Maybe Mini Turns is gonna do something. Sorry for not really paying attention. I also wanted to further examine like the constructors, because that's the interesting thing. Alu and Jack together are at 168, and Bambino and Giulioso in the other Williams are on 163, and they are battling it out. Mercedes is in third, even though they had 2 points after 5 races. Red Bull in fourth, and then McLaren, AlphaTauri, Alpine, Ferrari, Aston Martin, and Haas. And Haas mainly because Rigo and Pyro just has 8 did not start in the final 5 rounds combined. For people, Urban's in the garage, but for me, he's P3 though. So everyone is actually in the pits and will go for their final lap. So situation is that Trumps is really liking this track. He's only a 10 slower than Bambino. Then Alu is in fourth, which is still quite close. And yeah, it's very close if you see from P5 to P10. Mini Turns is joining the 109s here in P11 now. I actually have to go to the toilet, but I will wait until everyone crossed the line. Yeah, it's P3. Urban actually on track, just driving some laps. So Slibby spun coming out of turn 1, and that's his final run, ruined with a broken front wing. But we have Zap on a lap. Zap on a lap. Zap on a lap. Let's see. I'm afraid it's a bit glitched now. Jackings is still on the pits, and maybe that explains that Urminator is in the pits for him. Yeah. So let's see. Zap through the final corner. And I'm sorry for not being. Oh, okay, sure. What? I'm not sure what everyone is doing. Oh, Bambino's on the lap now. I'm not sure where to look. Slimmy goes in. And that means that now we will have the countdown for the final lap. Riz is a reserve, or Rice. He was a bit quicker though. So will be third at highest, Zap 5th, Slimmy into the pits in 10th, and yeah, he retires as well. Riz ends with a 1:10.1. Said jumps to fourth with a 1:9.1, and then Alu has to respond, and he doesn't. He's a small 10 slower, and Bambino is really emphasizing his claim on the pole position with a 1:8.6. For constructor's sake, it's also important what Giulio is doing, or Giulio, except especially since Jacking is last, and he goes up to 6th with a 1:9.3. Halinan doesn't improve. Jaguar is into the pits, and Jim has a final attempt and goes up to P5, 4 thousandths faster than Alu. And what the heck happened here? There goes Trems's front row start. What? Okay. Well, he collided with Jackings, who was out on track, apparently. Didn't have enough time to do a lap. But what was that? He's losing his P2 now, so Urminator is now in the front row, even though he didn't do a final run. Oh, you didn't make it on time, Herb. Well, couldn't have you beaten Bambino because you're like basically second? Yeah, Trams is furious about something. I'm very curious what happened there. I only saw the aftermath. This is your grid. Pyro is Pyro. Oh yeah, Pyro retired before he could do anything. That's the thing. Okay. Have fun. I need to go to the bathroom. Yeah, I would say there have been more bullshit restarts before, so I say no. There's not a, there's not like really something gone with the. Like, I'm sorry if I disappoint in people, but then we are going to have to like review every grid penalty that's been given by the game. Like that opens the box of Pandora technically. So we go in because formation lap is off. This is just how we are doing it, and Trams has a lot of laps to yeah come back from this yeah. He has a lot of laps to come back to the front. So good start by Bambino. And we already have two DNFs at the back. And I think I already know how that happened or went. Because it's right in that nick there. And Pyro spun already. Okay. It doesn't look like he has damage. I was not even focused on the first corner since that was the most blatant safety corner. That's interesting there. So something went wrong in the rear with Halil and the Slimmy cam, and it happened on the part of the track where the track narrows down. So yeah, it adds up to a horrific year for Halinan in I think both tiers, even sprint as well. He's been taken out a lot of times and also had some DNFs and yeah. But it looks like Semi is sorry for something he did to Halidan. So that's the good thing, at least. Yeah. Yeah, of course not the good thing, but it can be worse with like two people that blaming the other one for something they did. So also no tactical pit stop for Pyro, so that also gives us the opportunity to look first at position changes. Like I said, good start for Said compared to and Alu compared to Jim, so the Mercedes have not been off the line very well, and yeah, at the back of course Slimmy and Honeyman. So it's not based on tires because only jacking started on the softs. And yeah, I feel bad for them. So maybe it's indeed it was a collision in the quality between Trams and Jackings because of Jackings not really being there or glitching around, but yeah, penalties like grid penalties given by the game, that's almost never a reason to restart because they're still a collision happened. So yeah, and like I said, it opens the box of Pandora. Then we have to review everything in like the short time span you have in between quali and race. Especially now with the no formation lap shenanigans. So yeah, situation in the race so far is that for the drivers, of course, Bambino is now securing the title. I will mention it more often this race. Yeah, it's basically if Bambino outscores Alu, he wins it. So big pressure for our Finnish chap. And of course for constructors, of course, it looks very bright for Williams now, with Julio in 6th and Jack Kings in 12th. So yeah, that's all there is to say. Yay. And I hope Pyro will also have a good race, since he has been quite unlucky so far. Safety car in. I can now firmly focus myself. We're almost down to the numbers that they also have in tier 4 now. So Bambino leading this restart. And let's see when he decides to go down and apply his throttle. Yeah, there he is, and Said was not really attentive. I have seen worse though. There were some people behind that were really not awake. For example, Alu, who sees Jim now on the outside. And that's an amazing exit for Jim, who had the grippy line on the outside though. There's a wider line for Julio there. Maybe he's under pressure now by Trems. Yeah, but like overtaking here is, yeah, good luck. Like the head start of Jim has been very good, and now both Mercedes are up ahead, and that's not a good scenario for Alu here. The competition is so fierce that it's not only him versus Bambino. Speaking about Bambino, almost gonna break the DRS compared to Said already. That's also gonna be crucial though. Ah, there it is. There we have Jack Kings taking good use of his softs against Riz. And indeed, it's a 1 second gap already for Bambino, or close to. And I think we have one of the two Mercedes being much quicker than the other. Also one using way more ERS than the other. And Jim up to 3rd, while Bambino goes to a 12 blank. Let me see if that's actually correct what I said there. No, not particularly. Okay. Halinon has left the session. And it's now Alu versus Erminator then. Further back, the other Williams is also dropping off a little bit. As they really fight for... Oh yes, something happened. Someone spun, and that's Trems. Maybe after contact. I saw something in the background though. It also caused the Red Bulls to be very close to each other, and I will check on Trems when we leave this beautiful camera shot, since I don't want to ruin this. Love this. Love this view. Amazing view. Let's see what Alu goes. For the attack, Bambino was a couple of thousands faster, and okay, a little bit more room could have. That's way too bargy, and Alu has damage, and he will be mad at Urbanator for like he gave room, but also like the minimum amount of room, which was not really necessary. Flap 6. Yeah, I'm afraid he has damage. He recovered well though, he didn't even lost the position, but yeah, let's see what he does over there. And I don't think Trems has actual damage, because otherwise he would have pitted. Pyro also had another issue. I don't think he really likes Britain. Britain? The Netherlands. Zandvoort. Nice shit. Nice. And I'm correct, Alu has dropped back, and he's now way more under attack by Giulio, who can make the day for Alfa Romeo and Alu's championship chances even more horrible. I don't think there's any way he can get closer to the top without a safety car or a pit stop intervention, so... Jim is the man with the pace. Maybe not in quali, but certainly in the race. Passing Said here into turn 1, and Alu is indeed in, and he needs a miracle for his championship now. Yeah. Terminator also lost touch with the group, and Pyro, I will not be surprised if he retires. I think he should not do it, especially since he has VSC now. Now he has rear wing damage. He will be just ahead of Alu. Yeah. Alu on new hard, so he will go long. I don't think he can pass him. Well, he can pass him if Pyro goes off track. I'm very curious, where did it go wrong for Haas this season? I haven't followed Tier 2, but they were so optimistic, Rigo and Pyro, and now Rigo missed 4 in a row, and Pyro also can't. Well, maybe he's still, I hope he's still trying though, but yeah. It's so sad to see it. It felt like a dream combination, but maybe not specifically immediately for the championship, but it's way too sad for them to see them in last. Terminator goes in. Interesting VSC call. Not really a lot is following. I think a Red Bull will follow in though. Ah, nice Erm. Well done, man. No damage for him though. Goes to another set of mediums. And now, yeah, this is not a super optimal pit stop. You see that he also loses out to Trems though, so... And Pyro actually retired. And I can't see it. Not everything is a safety car, right? I don't think this one will be. No, it doesn't. So we continue. Unfortunately, there are a lot of 1 second gaps already. Actually, Jim is keeping Babino honest, and there is this train forming behind Zap. It was behind Giulio, but he shows some more pace now. Constructors wise, it also looks very good for Williams now. Even though Jack Kings is now a member of this battle and is on the softs, and I'm not sure when they go bad. I'm not sure if I will actually figure out in my own race, since I am not sure if I would drive on Sunday. I missed a lot of races this season, I'm sorry for that. And I will also certainly miss Silverstone, but I will make it for the season finale. That one I will race. Oh, okay. So let's see what the Red Bulls can do compared to Zab in the McLaren. I'm impressed by Zab's performances this season though. I of course see what's happening in the standing, and he has done better than I expected. Well, apparently this was according to Pyro's expectations, so... Pyro, take over to 4... Ah, no, nobody has invited him. If he actually retired, he could have, like, taken over as a stream. But yeah. This is like... Yeah. Problem is a bit with Bambino. That maybe Jim is, like, equal pace to him, but... without any trouble for him, he will definitely not suddenly drop to the back of the grid. And that's exactly where Pyro is now. Oh, suddenly Zap is from defending into attacking, and in my opinion, he arrived at the back of Julio a little bit late, so there was no real expectation that he would have given some room there, but there was a little bit of a touch there on the outside. I hope that was not him driving all his ERS. He has 35% though, and there is... It's over. It's over because Alu crashed into the pit lane. Because that's the exact spot where he is. So that means Bambino is the champion unless he retires. Oh my god. It made no sense for him to pit. Wait, was Erminator involved? Don't tell me Erminator was involved. They were not close on the track. He was 7 seconds behind. For sure. Yeah. Because like Alu retired and there's already the first the first negative of the race for Bambino when he gets a multiple warning penalty while driving into the pit lane, and he barely rejoins in the lead of the pit stop group, but he already has 3 seconds, and I'm not sure why Jack Kings continued on his soft. So massive, or purely tactical, but yeah, it's also for constructors. It's for constructors never over. It surely is not over for that, but yeah. So a lot of the drivers pitted, almost everyone except Jaguar, the mediums at the front, and I assume he had to, because he was the only one very close to his teammate. Jackins, which is a mystery. Of course, Erminator, who thereby is now back at the position where he roughly was before his early pit stop. And everyone went to the hards except Miniterms, who went to the mediums and is going for a 2-stop. So 11 left. If there are more racing drivers now in Tier 4, it's a joke then. So Jack King pitted a lap late. Oh, it's a shambles. Already. So Jaguar is indeed trying to do something interesting here. The chances are not high though that there will be another safety car. Lack of drivers and the fact that Zandvoort is not the hardest track. So even though, like, at the moment, of course, it's still not 100% sure, Bambino can still retire, but then it is still a miracle for Alu to win the title. Because then he has to hope that Bambino retires twice more, technically. So, yeah. Although I expected it to be easier from Bambino this year, than it was in the end. I was afraid that he would have Max Verstappen this year. But we have some challenge from some other guy. So let's see what Jaguar will do. So Jacking's on new mediums, Terminator on a slightly older set of mediums. He's waiting long. Oh, there he goes. Oh, that's actually... that's proper. Bambino is more under pressure by Jim than something else. And Jim goes for it. Oh. Jim goes for it. But now still the outside is more grippy. And Bambino is evading the tread so far. That was his shot. And now he's aiming at Jaguar. Bambino's looking forward now. But you should say no way to pass here. Well, no, he's so close. He's gotta go for the move. And the traction is just so unreal that he just passed him in a corner where I don't see any passes being made. Jim is doing the only thing he has to do, and that's follow immediately. And now we have almost 4 wide, and this is the shot I want. Jaguar, yeah, doesn't have the grip that the rest is. Safety's also following. He's maybe a little bit lucky that Terminator on slightly older tires is now behind him. But yeah, the top 3 is into this. And Jim, if he has it, he can follow now. He is into the battle for the leader. There it is. That's a dive from Terminator. But yeah, the attempt was successful and good and no contact. If Jaguar could have seen it coming, maybe you could have switched back it a little bit more, but yeah. He also knows that these are not the battles to pick. Mini turns with a good move on his softer mediums there, and we also have at the back Riss and Jacking is putting him under a lot of pressure, but it remains the way it is. I had a feeling mini turns would have gone for another position immediately here on Julio. And then he's up the grass. And missing front wing. Although I don't see his bit missing. Anyway, this visual damage is just so wrecked. Further up ahead, Julio with the pass also on Jaguar. Riss defended again. Now Trem's behind. Yeah, Jaguar is quite slow at the moment now. Poor him. But he's trying to make the one-stop work, I think. Bambino with 11-2. The damage came from Zap. And oh, Jaguar still trying to fight this one. But in the end he can't. So now he has a little bit more breathing space. It's 1.5 seconds behind him now. Poor Alu, I feel for him. There was also some lag involved there, I think. Oh! And what kind of penalty does Erm have? Oh yeah, that was the 5 seconds, yeah. So at the moment also Jim doesn't have to take any big risks. And that was the same for Alu, if he would have survived and ended up behind Big Bambino without any penalties. As we saw here, Trent looks particularly faster than Julio. And I'm not surprised, he would have been on the front row. And he's now still stuck in the traffic that he doesn't deserve to be, but at least he can push on here, have a good run on Julio, and he goes up into P5. Trent is also my revelation of the season. If he doesn't get into Race of Champions, I will make him into the Race of Champions. That's a proper wild card, because I don't think, yeah, he's not that far high up in the standings, but consistency has been quite good there. Further at the front, Said is on a tea break, I think. This is a famous Emirates tea. I think that distracted him a bit because he's now 1.7 behind. I think the entertainment is here with Jaguar. and everyone else. Almost points for everybody, by the way. I think Jaguar could go to the hards now. Maybe he wants to try to stretch it any longer. There he comes! And that's the pass for the lead. And now, let's see how much cost that him. Oh, Bambino has even less. Okay, sure. So Jim is... Yeah, he has the tier 1 pace, I think. And for now, yeah, I still think P3 is the highest he can achieve, but he is technically still in the championship battle, though. Technically, but he won't survive. Yeah, he won't survive if Bambino just cruises to a P2 behind him. Riz has retired in the pits, so everyone with points now. Not sure why he did that. Don't think his race was ruined at all. And Red Bull, have some team orders, please. I often don't ask that, but this is a bit of a mess. He's gonna let him by now, I think. Yeah. And then handing in before jacking. That's an awful day so far. Oh, Bambino's gonna counter. He's surely gonna counter. That's interesting. Imagine these two crashing with each other. Oh my god. It would give Saeed and Terminator a day of their lives. And wow, okay, Jim had a real off day into that corner and suddenly is a second away. Bit better ERS. Yeah, that was a mistake on his own, I think, because Saeed came much closer now. But if he gets back into the DRS, nothing really is lost. In the meantime, Jack Kings went past Jaguar as well, and yeah. How are all these guys already out of everything that is called ERS? Lovely stuff. I think for next season we will go back to 3 tiers. F1 is... I don't know, F1 is just not that popular. I don't think this game is particularly bad, but... Also not really a lot of promotion though. Terminator made a big mistake, I think. And it ended up with him getting damaged. Yeah, at least he braked in time. Yes, of course he serves it. No damage. But he already lost the place to Trebs, and now he's lagging into Jaguar, who's actually jumped him then. Oh, he's going for the softs until the end? That's bold. There's Zap, by the way. Okay. Yeah, I'm afraid we go back to 3 tiers, but I don't mind if we go back tier by tier, if I'm honest. I'd rather have like full grids. We once had 6. We had 5 for a very long time. Now we have 4 for a very long time. Yeah. We could have like promoted it better, and I'm still in favor of like any social media manager that advertises it more. But yeah. People need to show and learn how to commit to something. Because like, yeah, I also took a break, so of course I took a break for a couple of months, but that was just, I announced that and I'm not planning on doing that more often, but yeah. Another moment for Jim, I think. He's back though in the DRS. I think Bambino will not get rid of him if he doesn't make a mistake. and then he will win the race, but that's not enough. There are no more real competitors that are a real challenge here for Bambino, except if Said can come a little closer, but he doesn't have the pace of these two, just barely though, but. It's just, yeah, watching it. I would have loved it if I could do a switch channel between both tiers, because now it's like, yeah. There's also literally no other battle. Herb is in though, again. Don't retire! Don't you dare to do that. Okay, good. Soft. If I was Jim, I would have like saved a bit more ERS now. You're staying in this ERS anyway. Yeah. And they're still like extending the gap to Said. Erm is almost lap now, by the way. There's a wide line there by Bambino. It's basically 15 laps of not making a mistake now. They didn't change your wing, Erm. You should pay attention for that. Jackings is closing in on Giulio in the meantime. Yeah, you can save a bit more, yeah. His ERS management is better anyway, but that's an attempt, and again, like I said, I saw before, with Zap trying to overtake Giulio, so not much room is given on the outside, and he has to clip the gravel a bit there, which also like terminated the attack, so it's quite a smart strategy by Giulio. Because, like, it's not like penalty worthy or anything, but yeah, you could say like, yeah, he just keeps his line. And for the second time, a driver tried to. Oh no! Oh my god! Good save, my friend. That could have been like a retirement, and now it looked very smooth. His tires will be dirty though, and that lost him a shot at Giulio, and that for the constructors, yeah. It's Jackings on his own though. Yeah, Jim is just saving his ERA. He is just chilling here. He also knows that Bambino has the penalty, and he's chilling. But it doesn't really matter. Jim is, I think, 61 points behind in the championship. Or at least 60. With at least 60 it doesn't matter. One extra position could already mean something, but... Pyro, I hope you're watching then. Asking if it's okay to drop out of the lobby. Yes, I think so. I think that's not a problem, but like, yeah. No, I think it's fine. I think also the problem for me in sprint was a little bit that I rage quitted immediately. And I gave the game an overload of information to process, maybe. So if you're listening, you know that you can. Yeah. It's not ideal though. I often, when I DNF'd, I don't really feel like racing anymore, so I don't bother by keeping my PlayStation on. I just go do something else. What am I watching? Something by the announcer said about the Alpine garage. What the fuck? Super random. Some calm music for everybody. I don't know if people actually can hear this. Some calm music for everybody to calm down. So if you know from which game that was, if you could hear it anyway, let me know. Ten more laps. Okay, now we need a safety car. Fucking hell, where's my drink? I don't blame Jim, he's playing this smart though. He almost has half of the ERS, while Bambino is just... yeah, he's a sitting duck later on. People also on long stints. All alone. Jim, oh wait, do you see Terminator now? There he comes. He finally had a run. Does he have the confidence to drive away from him then now? He sure he has the So, yeah. Or does he just want to be in front? Maybe he wants to drain Bombino. Although he has a little bit more now. Zap is close on mini turns, but yeah. Or maybe I even missed that mini turns past him on new tires. Yeah. I will already fill in the standings, guys. I have time to do that. There's some DNS, so let's do this. Yeah. There were no penalties that were handed over. Everyone could do it from last round. So Pyro, DNF for Mr. Pyro. Rigo, again, didn't race. The Naked Champ also didn't race. I don't know what happened with Rodorula, but he has been replaced by Easter. Halinon didn't race. I don't know where DDK was. Slimmy didn't race. Wait, retired. Trump's is still there. He's still in a solid fourth and still not far away though from Saeed. Groot didn't race. Hype neither. Yeah, and Alu retired. The rest is all still in competition. Ah. It's funny though. They make they keep me awake. Those two. That's very sweet of them. Bambino with another repass, but it doesn't matter. Oh, wait a minute. Who did this? Terminator. Oh, you sneaky, sneaky, sneaky German. I don't know. He kinda. It's not that he helps or doesn't help his teammate, though, because his teammate. Well, the guys behind him could immediately pit, which they did. Say in the pits, Trans in the pits. There comes Jackings. Julio went on. He had the time to react, you would say. There are also brand new softs for Jackings. Jaguar. Well, tank you, Urbanator. Thank you, my friend. That's, yeah. Well, I hope they change their wing this time, if you did. So, Midi-Turbo stayed out, but he's on softs that were 4 laps old, so I can understand it a little bit. And these two, are they gonna do the same, or are they gonna do opposite to each other? They would have known that almost everyone behind them is on softs now. Oh, yes, Jim goes in the end. This is like a bad call for Julio, though. He should have, like, seen it last lap, I think. Terminator. Wait, Terminator is lapped because of this. Yeah, he's fucked. I was just focusing on the guy that puts down the new front wing there now. And the ratio was good. Yeah, well, Julio's not affected by his teammate though. But I think he will lose a position that he might not have lost against mini turns. No, because mini turns eventually comes in also for brand new softs. So in the end he doesn't lose anything. He would have come out of the pits behind Trumps anyway. I don't have connection with my chat? Okay, sure. I don't care. Okay, so this is just gonna be 2 laps of carnage. Okay. Yeah, well. Terminator, you fucked up, man. He's not the buffer behind his teammate. But if he really wants to help his teammate, if he listens, and he really wants to help his teammate, he has to make sure that more people can attack Bambino. Because then he might have a shot. Or more, no wait, more people that stay close to Bambino because of the penalty. That's what he needs to do. So he needs to get out of the way of the people behind him, because the more people are in 3 seconds of Bambino at the finish line, the more the chances that Jim stays in the championship fight. Of course, it's a long, yeah, it's, I have to actually check now. I have to actually check the standings now. Jim is 61 behind, indeed. And furthermore, Jaguar, but he's in 7th, he's 67 behind. And the rest is too far though, so... 61 behind means that if Jim wins, it's already enough if Bambino finishes 3rd, because that's 10 points. And fastest lap will be set, by the way, by these guys. I can check it now, but it will be set by these guys. Fastest lap is now for Bambino though. So, fastest lap for Bambino still means that he would score 1 point more. But still, a 3rd place would make the difference 52 points then. Because then it would be 25 against 16, so Jim would gain 9 on him, goes from 61 to 52. So Said has to finish 2nd if the championship stays alive. And Bambino has a very good restart and has a lot of DRS now to cover with. And indeed does what is smart. He's ghosted anyway. But the problem is that Said is being attacked and being passed by a great move by Trends there, who kind of deserves it to be there in that position. And actually Trent maybe is the guy with the pace that can stick within 3 seconds of Bambino. But technically for that, he should not be under attack by Said. At the front, Bambino checked out, I think. He can use half of his ERS this lap actually, so it makes sense that he kind of checked out already. Said a bit on the grass and was almost looking for a move on Trends. They can even use their ERS a bit more, well, yeah, maybe, a little bit. They're looking quite well there. Further back, yeah, Terminator's not in the challenge though. This is for the constructors maybe useful if Jack Kings at least out competes Julio this race. Julio is on 0 points. I don't want to jinx it, but yeah, that's fastest lap for Bambino for sure. 9-6. And yeah, it will be very close with Trends. It will be very close. They can only hope that Bambino has already served all of his ERS, and he kinda did. The guys behind him have more left, but Trends is under attack by Said, and properly under attack by Said. So I think this will mean that Bambino is gonna take the championship. It's 3.1 now. I'm actually gonna do this. Trent has to finish within 3 seconds. if the championship has to remain alive. So it's actually quite a showdown here now in the final lap, but Bambino is pushing and pushing for more of his lead, and actually this seals the deal because Saeed has saved his ERS very well, and a battle between those two is surely gonna make Bambino the champion. They lost a second in that corner. We have all the way from Canada going through the final corner, and Big Bambino wins the Tier 2 title of Season 13. He doesn't win the race though, props to Jim. He wins, and Bambino finishes second, which is enough. He, even with the fastest lap, he only loses 6 points, which will bring Jim to 55 points behind, with only 2 races left, which is enough for Bambino to clinch, and I think, to clinch the first title. The Tier 1 title also can be decided, I think, on Sunday. The Tier 3 will be, I think, the most close one, and all of them are like 2-3-way battles. And props also for Saeed, because I know that the fact that he challenged Trems decided the title battle. He has every right to go for that podium, and he eventually taken the position back from Trems. Luckily I didn't jinx Julio. That's a very solid first points finish for him in 5th. Jackings is following in 6th. Constructors will still be kind of close. It's 29 against 8. So 21 points they gained. They were 5 behind, so Williams I think will be 16 ahead in the constructors battle. Jaguar in 7th, Zap in 8th, Miniturns in 9th, and Urminator rounds off the 10 finishes. So these are some other guys that didn't finish. He also took fastest lap, he was like 6 tenths off.